Well, hello and welcome to On the Patio with Mr. D. Hey, now, we're really on the patio today, guys. Normally, you'll see me out there some wilderness area or something like that, but today we are definitely on the patio. Now, I've got something that I want to review today, and it's been out for like 3 years. But you heard about the old Hero Session, and I talked about the Session 5 that I found on eBay, which works really, really great. But I want one more small cube camera, and the only one that's out there, or was out there, is the DJI Action 2, and this is the screen combo. Now, let me tell you something about this camera, guys. This thing sold for $500 3 years ago. Now, I picked this one up for 172 bucks. Brand new in the box, even had the cellophane on it. And we're going to unbox this and take a look and see what we got. So, hey, we'll be back in a minute. Hi, guys. Hey, what we're going to do now is open this up. This is the DJI Action Camera Dual Screen Combo Bundle. Now, this, like I said, sold for $513 when it first got released. And I got real lucky on eBay. I found a brand new one in the box, still with the cellophane on, for $172. So that was a good deal. So let's open this up and see what we got. Now this should be the standard literature and stuff right here. And that's what that is. Yep, quick start guide, stuff like that. We'll put that off to the side. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've already charged these up, but we are gonna go ahead and take them out. I'm gonna set these off to the side right now because I wanna open up the accessory drawer and see what's in here. And like I said, this is all brand new stuff, guys. So, in here should be the magnetic mount with a 1/4 on the bottom. Is what this one should be. And that's what that is. Good high quality stuff. There's no joke about that. That thing is, that's banging. All right, and I would assume this is going to be the base right here. Well, let's take a look. Boy, they put these bags on really stout. Let's pop that open. There we go. And this screws on the bottom. It also has that magic adhesive stuff when you use it, and then you can get it to reattach. You run it underwater and clean it all up, and then it's ready to use again. I'm trying to pop it off, and there it goes. And there it is, and it's got the film on it. Now, I'm not going to take the film off right now, but when you're using that, you take the film off, and this thing will stick to your car, your window, all kinds of stuff. As long as it's non-porous material, it should be fine. So that's what that is right there. And that took care of that containment side. And this should be the USB-C cable. And that's what that is. And got 2 more items in here. This should be the GoPro magnetic mount, which is this one right here. It's got the 2 side tabs on, and it locks into place. And I'll show you that in a couple minutes. And then the last one, oh, this should be the neck lanyard and magnetic base to be able to put this thing on. And that's what this is right here. And it's magnetic. It's very similar to the Insta360 Go products, and I'm kind of curious to see how well this works. We're going to find that out in a field test. We'll be field testing tomorrow and the next day, and probably the next day, because I want to do a comparison with my GoPro. I want to do a comparison with my DJI. God dang it, Dale. I want to do a comparison between this and my Insta360 GO3S and see how it does and how it matches up. So anyway, that's what's in the box, guys. Now let's get to the battery part, battery and back screen. That's what this is here. I'm going to take this off. And there it is. You can put your card in, which I've already done. There's your USB-C port right here. So set this one down. Now let's take a look at the camera itself. Take this off and take the lens cover off like that. And there is the camera. And all you have to do is that. And it's locked into place right now. Look at that. I'm trying to pop that off and it ain't popping. And then your other mount for the standard GoPro mount, you just pop it in like that. And that locks it into place. Really cool. So anyway, that's the camera. That's the unboxing. We're going to go through the setup now. So, hey, we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, what we're going to do now is kind of just turn on the camera right here. And this should all light up, as you can see here. Now it's telling me to go ahead and scan in the DJI Mimo app and or the Action 2 Start Guide. I already have the Mimo app. I'm going to show you how to take care of that. Well, this touchscreen works both ways. Hold on, let me get this ready. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my screen record. Bear with me, it's working now. But right now what I've done is gone through the linking process with the camera and the app. I don't need the beginner's guide for this particular thing. And connect. Unable to pin. All right, connection failed, blah, blah, blah. Make sure DVS is powered on. Connect. Okay, cancel. Now, when you run into a problem like this, guys, you just go to settings. And that's because it's locked into my Hero 5. So I want to disconnect the Hero 5. Now the 5 is disconnected, which is great. Now go back to the Mimo app. Okay, I can't find it. So what we're going to do, install firmware connect. What I found out is that there we go. The device was shut down and that's why it wouldn't connect. And until it gets its first connection in, it's not going to auto set up, my assumption. So now it's looking, and there we go. It says install. I'm installing the firmware, finally. Now it's installing the firmware. Sorry about the mix-up, guys. I apologize. Getting the setup done there's a lot of videos out there on how to do that. But basically what I did was I went to the Mimo app, opened it up. I had to establish the connection. And then when I established the connection, it was talking between the cell phone Mimo app and the Action 2. And basically it says, or send you a code number. This one was 3017 or something like that. And I matched it on both the iPhone and the camera. They both matched. And that got the connection linked up. Then what normally happens after that, and which is very typical, is you will be given a firmware update. And that's what we're in now, so you're all caught up. And I apologize for messing up that screen print, but I can't get restarted. So anyway, the camera's doing its thing, and we're at 85% right now, so we'll just wait till it's done. So I'll be back when it's finished. Stuck on 89%. Oh, what the heck's going on? Man, it's hot. I gotta turn the fan on. We're in Florida, guys, and it gets hot quick. Oh, we're done. Okay, I won't do that. Done. Hit the done button, and I think my camera is ready to go. Connect. Join. Okay. No pictures, no videos, photos. I want the camera. I don't want to change the device name. It's okay as is. And here we are, guys. We are now seeing what the camera is seeing right here. Let me back this up. You can see here. Anyway, the camera is right here. I'm going to move that over a little bit here. Ooh, that thing's getting hot. They said there's an overheating issue with these things. So we're going to check into that while we're doing the reviews on it. So anyway, that's part of the setup here. Let me go to settings. Guys, what we're going to do now is go ahead and get the settings set up here. So you swipe down, go to settings here. Voice control I want, so I'm going to turn that on. I have the language selected as English, and it gives the voice commands here, which is very simple, as you can see here. I'm not going to say them because that'll actually happen. So I'm going to go back. Okay, snapshot I don't want to mess with. Let me see, video, oh, okay, vibrate, okay. Wireless connection, we've already done that. Video compression sounds. Anti-flicker, I got the grid. Whoops. Go back to auto on that, sorry. Grid I want to turn on. Anti-flicker, auto, stop temperature. I want to change this to high. And what it does is when it overheats, guys, this will have the camera shut off later than standard. So we're out of that one. Auto power off. What is this thing set for? Is 5 minutes. I'm going to leave it there for now. Cover off like that. Oh shit! Popped right off that magnet. And all you have to do, is that, and it's locked into place right now. Look at that. I'm trying to pop that. Hi guys, hey, we're using the audio off the DJI Action 2 camera and also shooting this segment using the camera also. So I'm not using my regular big camera that's over there. I'm actually shooting this one here off a boom mic system. Wanted to see how this would work out. So anyway, hey, we'll see you out in the field. Guys, hey, we are down here at Celebration and we are getting ready to start our testing and comparison testing between the older, brand new DJI Action 2 dual screen combo against the new Insta360 GO3. That's what we're going to do today. Tomorrow we're going to road test them on the bike, but today we're going to do a walkabout, do some testing. Now the cool thing is if you have the DJI microphone system, which is right here, that particular system will plug in to the charging port of the battery base of the Action 2 camera and function as an independent wireless microphone. So it'll work with that camera, which is cool. Now with the Insta360, there is nothing out there that will allow for wireless microphones. So you have to use the DJI microphone system with the backup recording built into the module for it to record and sync it at post-production. So I'm going to show you the setup here, show you what I've got going on, so I'll be right back. Now this is what I'll be testing today, guys. You can see the GO3S is right here and the DJI Action 2 is right here. I will not be using separate microphone systems when it comes to doing the comparison shooting. I will not hook up the DJI wireless mic. So I wanted you to hear the actual microphones in both cameras and then you decide which one you like the best. But anyway, that's the setup. Now, firstly, I'm going to take care of that and then we'll be back. We'll go up here to the fountain area. And there we go. Now I'm using the chest mount on the neck lanyard, which gives me total hands-free capability, which is really awesome. But you see how the setup disconnects right here. And that's one of the big cool features about this. However, you do have limited battery time when it's off the main pod. Just like the GO3S, actually. GO3S has about 20 minutes with it out of the main pod and about 90 minutes with it in the main pod. So they're both comparable as far as time and stuff like that. So it should be pretty cool. Some good comparison footage here. Trying to stay out of the sun because I don't want sun spurs. And then also the audio that you're listening to here is on both cameras. So I'll be separating those in post-production so you can hear the difference. Hey, we are out on the bikes, and I was gonna go on a big trail ride, but the temperatures here in Florida are getting so bad that it's just better to stick around local. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and we're gonna continue our ride on, we're gonna continue our comparison of the Action 2 against the Insta360 GO3S. Should be fun. So hey, we'll be back later. Well guys, hey, I am recording audio-wise through my DJI microphone. However, I have mounted the camera on the rear like I have planned to do with the Session 5 on one side and then this camera off the pod on the other side. So what you're seeing now is the result of that, and I'm real curious to see how rock steady does, because that's a big factor here. So we're going to run this little bit of trail and check it out, and then we're going to switch the camera back to the bar mount to continue our review. But this is what I wanted this thing for in the first place, was to be able to record from the rear, which is what I'm doing right now, and getting good steady footage, and we'll have to see how that all works out. So hey, we'll be back later. Hi guys, hey, we have the GO3S is on the handlebars, and then the Action 2 is on the rear of the bike, and I wanted to see perspectively how that all works. So we're going to check this out. We're almost done with the rear bike recording and stuff, so I'll be setting that back up the way it normally goes. Morning. And we'll see how this all does. And we are finishing this up right now. Whoop. Woohoo. And there we go. I want to stop it right here. So as you can see, I can mount it both ways. I can mount it like this, or take this part off and mount the camera down here in its place, and then limit the shooting time to about 30 minutes. But with this on, I get about 90. But you can see how fast and locks into place. I really like that process. I think it's going to be a winner. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this review and comparison of the DJI Action 2 dual screen combo up against the Insta360 GO3S. Now, I would really like you guys in the comment section to tell me which camera you think does the better job. Now, the purpose I got this is for mounting it on a rear mount on my bike. And I'm going to put the Session 5 on one side, and my plan is to put the Action 2 on the other side. But again, it's all dependent on how the Rocksteady works and all that kind of stuff like that. Talk about some of the shortcomings on both cameras. All right, one is minimum battery life on the GO3S and the Action 2 when it's separated from its pod. You only get about 20 to 30 minutes, which for me is enough because I only do short clips anyway. This will be one of the longest clips I've done. Another good thing is the ease of use with the Action 2. You just squeeze those two clips and you've got the small pod. On the GO3S, you press a little side button here, and again, both are magnetized, so that's pretty much the same. So there won't be much difference there. They do get hot. The Action 2 does get a little hotter than the GO3S, but not terribly different. It's about the same. So, okay, let's talk about the application. I've got a couple of issues with the DJI Mimo app, and one thing is that it cannot actuate the camera using Bluetooth from the app like GoPro does and like Insta360 does. I have to turn the power on the DJI Action 2 for the Mimo app to connect to it. Now that's something that DJI I think could fix to where once it's linked up, once you've turned it on for the first time, and that's the way GoPro works, all you have to do is turn the Mimo app and it'll activate the camera. That would be excellent, but that isn't there right now. I don't really see any downsides to either camera, really. Both of them work really fine. I just like the compact size and the detachable cube-like system with the dual screen. I have the dual screen combo, which are both touchscreen on the Action 2, whereas the Insta360 GO3S has the flip-up screen, again, touchscreen. Both of them are detachable and magnetized. You can wear the pendant and all that kind of stuff, which I showed you yesterday. You can do that on both cameras. In fact, I'm using the GO3S pendant to hold my microphone. That's really cool. So anyway, again, I would like you guys to respond in the comment section. Be nice, but which one do you think is the better camera? And for my needs for bicycling, I think the Action 2 will suit my needs better than the GO3S, because the Action 2, I could actually put the entire camera, both the pod and the camera itself, on the mount, whereas I could do the same thing with the Insta360 too, but there's a weight issue and size issue, so I gotta keep everything real small. Thanks for coming, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on the next one.